From high above the towers to the dungeons down below, Mystery Tournament continues its wizards and lizards battles for greatness. I'm joined by Maurice.
I was gonna say like the Grand Wizard, but I feel like that's dangerous.
You can't say that. You can't say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
at all.
Maybe I should say, not the most magical wizard. But that
Big
sounds
wizard.
lame. The big wizard.
I'm the big wizard.
I am the great wizard. I mean, great wizard kind of works. Well, what are you then? I'm the great big wizard.
Well, I'm just a regular wizard in the competition. So
Oh.
because you're outside of it. You're outside of the thralls of the competition this year.
Shremels, I miss it. I wanna play games. I wanna
I'm
destroy.
sorry. You're just powering up for MT20.
I guess so. I'm gonna have so many tails.
And you'll come back with a vengeance. You won't drop a game, and like everyone will fear Maurice, who took one year break to visit Japan to power up. But we've got a match. We've got Jakazam versus ThorOfKenya today.
Yep. Here they are.
So we have Jakazam. She is a good player. She made top 8 last year, taking 5th. She has a 19-10 record, so very strong. That's a 66% win record over all the mystery tournaments she's joined. So very, very strong competitor. Thor on the other side, 43% win rate, 3-4. Still pretty good.
Yeah. And seems like all of those 3 wins have been in MT18, so it's kind of on a hot streak.
Yeah, I know. I think Thor had to fight some pretty hard opponents last mystery tournament, so unfortunately having to fight some strong people. I'm just gonna stretch a little bit. It was me. He fought me and he lost.
Get right.
So yeah, you never know. You're gonna run into some very strong opponents. So like that's part of like a story too. Like you may have like 4 losses, but if those 4 losses are to like Maurice, Andy, Okami, just Chris Corp, I mean like that's a good group of people to have losses to.
Yeah, including Shramble.
I mean, I didn't want to say my name in that, but
that's what it felt like. That's what it led up to. Yeah, like the classics, Maurice, Andy, Ferris V5. Oh, Shrambles, of course.
that's like slipping my name into the pack. Just like, oh no, maybe no one will notice.
Oh, it's like in Among Us when you go like, oh yeah, this guy, and the other guy who is actually my imposter teammate. They were all there. I saw them.
Here's the people who I don't think are sus. Green, blue, the person who's obviously sus, yellow. These are the safe ones. But no, these are both really good players. Jakazam having that star to signify that she is top 8 caliber, and she might be going on another top 8 run again. Who knows? But ThorOfKenya might play spoiler today if they find the right game. Who knows? We always know.
Yeah. It is a mystery, as they say, in the funhouse.
But this is a Wizards 2 match, so we can see some match history.
Yeah, speaking of winning streak, both of these players are on a winning streak of 1 out of 1, so I mean, as good as it gets, right? Jakazam winning against Bodycat and Darkwing Duck for the NES.
And then ThorOfKenya taking a victory over Cabbage Hat in MT Classic game Lunar Pool.
What a game. I like that game.
It's you don't really see too many like it's hard to like say it's a puzzle game. It's not really a puzzle game, but it is.
Yeah, it's like honestly it's a mini golf game. Let's be honest here.
It's a mini golf game with multiple holes and multiple balls.
Yeah, but like is it a pool game? I don't think so. I mean, I guess pool in some sense is mini golf. Just you hold the club in a different axis. But I don't know. I just think of it more as a golf game than a pool game for some reason.
Well, it's like Windjammers is like secretly a fighting game.
Yeah. Windjammers is so good. I like that. But that's a good point. There's games that like disguise themselves as other games. You know, like Into the Breach. Oh, it's a mech game. No, it's not. It's chess.
It's yeah.
Go solve some chess puzzles, nerd.
I mean, Into the Breach got really easy when I found out like there is like a correct solution every time.
Is there? I was thinking the same. It's like the bugs sometimes do really stupid things and that makes it work, but I don't know.
I want to say it is because as someone who I think beat the game with all of the characters, like there was no situation I found where like I had to sacrifice a unit in order to survive, like to succeed. Like maybe I'd take some damage, but there was always a way to like succeed without losing a unit.
I mean, it's hard to prove the opposite, you know?
Yeah,
unless you know the programmer or you are the programmer. But I don't know.
I mean, that's just it's how it feels. Like game feels that way. Like there's always a solution.
It's Luna Poo parkour or it's menus, 100% menus.
Oh, the classic. Everything can be broken down to 2 categories.
There's no way it's parkour. You're like inputting the shot direction and the shot strength. That's menus.
I mean, it's all data. It's all like percentages. Like you're putting a percentage of power into something else and hoping that those percentages bounce the way you want them to.
And it's like a tough game to set up. We can talk so much more about parkour and menus.
I mean, it goes to the classic question, like, what if we were to break down every mystery tournament sub into 2 categories? Are we going to have it be Sokoban or golf? I don't.
Puzzle platformer. Sokoban or puzzle platformer. We talked a lot about Luna Pool. We didn't talk about Darkwing Duck. Not the most popular game among our racers, even though it has, like among NES circles, it has a pretty good track record. Oh, this it's made by Capcom. It's like Mega Man, but it's got flair, you know?
I think it's just like Mega Man as a type of game, since it's like it's so embedded in so many video games. Like you have an opinion on that style of game, regardless if you've played Mega Man before.
Yeah, the cultural impact that Mega Man had, like not even on like the design or anything like you would think Mario, but like the gameplay, it's insane. Every day, if you go on Steam right now, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be on the front page a game that is very much Mega Man.
I mean, I would posit to say that there are more Mega Man likes than there are Mario likes. I think there are so many more games where like you start off as a guy who can do one attack, and as soon as you beat another guy, you gain a special attack, versus just straight up platforming with like some power, like with temporary power-ups.
But there's also like the basics. Like you're allowed to run wherever you want, you can shoot how much you want. Some weapons are more effective against enemies than others just because of the characteristics of the weapon. It all sounds very basic, but back then I don't think many games had this figured out.
I mean, there's a reason why like the first Mario was just like, oh wow, they really nailed that physics engine. If you can call it a physics engine.
Yeah, you can move in this game. It's not like the Flintstones or the Commodore 64, where you like...
That game is haunting you still, isn't it?
Well, there's like a lot of games from back then where jumps are like you go diagonally up and you go diagonally down, and that's a jump. And
oh yeah,
sure,
it's like it does a V arc as opposed
Yes.
to like
Yeah.
like a parabola arc.
Yeah, there's no gravity being added towards every velocity, every frame, and that's really something Mario probably not pioneered. I'm not gonna say it's the first game that did it, but that's
Popularized it.
Yeah, very likely. Just like in the same way Mega Man has popularized the run and gun, or like the jump and shoot man genre.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many games that are just like pointed to as like the forefathers of genres. I mean, there's a whole Castlevania genre, or Metroidvania. Sorry. Well, Castlevania is the well. I mean, they all group together.
That one's weird, right? Because surely it was called a Metroidvania. Wait, no, I even said it again. A Metroid-like or something until Symphony of the Night. Because as far as I know, that's the first Castlevania that is a Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could say Castlevania 2 is sort of a Metroidvania.
I don't think that game deserves to set like a genre. Like imagine if all the Souls games were just really bad. Oh yeah, we're gonna call these the Souls-likes, and everyone would be like, no, it doesn't get to. It's a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying if it was a bad game.
A tournament organizer, Internet Dirigible, called like the era of PS1 like cartoony graphics Blastocore.
Blastocore, yeah, when we were playing Blasto, I think.
Yeah, just like because there was a lot of games around that era that were.
Oh, wasn't it that weird game where you're like, it's like a 3D platformer or something for the PS1? I remember Blastocore coming up with that game, but I don't remember what it's called. I think you had like a lasso. You had like a lasso, I think.
I can't. Oh, it's like something Wild 9.
That sounds right. Yeah, it was very dark. Wild 9. Yeah. You had like an electric lasso. That's it. Yeah, and my team was like, "This is Blastocore," and everyone was like, "Yeah, it kind of is."
I kind of want more Blastocore games in our world right now. Like someone needs to start digging that. Like forget all the kind of like N64 like throwbacks and like your Mega Man throwbacks. Like give me some Blastocore style games that are just like kind of overly pompous protagonists.
I mean,
that, like,
here's one kind of.
I haven't even seen. Is
Look at this guy.
I like how we can easily transition. Like, I don't even know what this game we were going to be commentating is, and yeah, we're setting it up perfectly with our pre-show ramblings. But yeah, I believe this is an arcade game.
Yeah, Biomechanical Toy. It's like some kind of. I assume this came out after Toy Story. It's like a kind of poor attempt to cash in on the theme.
But yeah, no, I think I remember casting a race of this either last MT or 2 MTs ago. It's gonna be a quick game. It's arcade, so you can go pretty quick.
I'm just gonna put a flashing warning in the title. Because even the title screen was very flashing. We'll see.
Yeah, so like, arcade games are a little bit interesting when it comes to racing them. We typically try to find arcade games that aren't just like quarter munchers where you literally can just put in a quarter and then continue immediately where you die.
Oh,
issues.
it's a wizard.
There we are starting.
The Crazy West.
But yeah, this is Biomechanical Toy. You are quite literally like an action figure with a gun going through essentially like Toyscape levels. And I can't remember exactly what the continue situation is like. You do have lives. but I don't remember, like, if you run out of lives, do you start the stage over, or...
Yeah, the classic arcade problem. Seems like there's checkpoints, so if you lose all your lives, you respawn at the checkpoint.
So this was going to be an interesting race of life management, like knowing exactly like when to do some intentional game overs to give yourself the best opportunity to clear checkpoints. We're fighting the Wizard Queen!
Sure, why not? We saw this in the attract mode. Maybe that's a bit of a clue for the racers, what to do. Not that I think that there's something complicated to figure out.
Oh, looks like...
Oh,
Oh, okay, so you...
oh, but
no.
the health stayed down. Ah, doesn't get it on this cycle. That's a bit of wasted time.
Still fighting pieces. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's fetish material. But that's okay. Jakazam moves on.
If you want to find out more, Google queen inflation. Anyway.
Moving on to Chess Valley, which is the second level.
Well, but we just beat the literal queen. How could it be more chess?
There is way more royalty to fight. Royalty doesn't just end at the queen, Maurice.
Yeah, well, the king is useless. Everyone knows that.
Alright, so I think Jakazam took an intentional game over there.
I don't know if it
But
was
there is-
intentional, but it doesn't really matter.
There is a 0 with life. Oh, I think maybe she was trying to see if she could just, like, avoid fighting this guy.
Yeah, but no, this platform on the right will lower. Oh, ThorOfKenya taking a long time to fight this guy and then dying.
It's not a bad place to get a game over, though, since it was pretty much right at the beginning of the stage. So Thor's not going to lose too much time.
So what is this game? Is this a Sokoban or a platformer?
I would say that this is a platform.
Yeah,
This is a
definitely.
parkour. This is a parkour.
Yeah,
for
this is
sure.
parkour and platformer. Parkour.
Yeah, until I see a puzzle, Sokomon is nowhere near.
Yeah. Oh, checkpoint for Jakazam. Maybe time to take an intentional? Extra life at 2 million. We're barely at 1.
Shooting some beats. I don't know if he would take the intentional yet.
Ouch!
Well, we're gonna see where this actually puts. Okay, so we'll put her back at the checkpoint. So maybe should have. So that puts Thor in a theoretical lead right now. But
Yeah.
has very little HP.
Running into the same issue here. Oh, that was close. Really gotta manage here. Oh my god, this
Oh,
plant!
No, what a camp by that plant.
Yeah.
Spawn camping.
And there's a
directly
checkpoint
shooting.
right after. It doesn't seem like continues do anything except cost you 25 cents.
I mean, and we will be charging each of our players at the end of this race for
Yeah,
how
yeah,
much
yeah.
quarters they do use.
Yeah, they got us gift subs in the channel every quarter.
Wow, I was just
Inflation.
gonna do regular. If you want to know more about that, search
No.
Maurice inflation.
Look, man, it's been 34 years since this game came out.
God, imagine if arcades worked like that. You go to your local arcade that had Donkey Kong in the like the 80s. You go to it now, it's now like $42 to play one round of Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But that, I think, is the last life. Continue. Where's that going to put Jakazam? Right at the checkpoint.
Right there.
So not as punishing as it could be.
So really we just have to make it to the next checkpoint. Oh, it's right here already. So probably a boss now? I assume that's why this level is paced so weirdly. No? Not even.
Not yet. I mean, it
These are
could be.
cigarettes. Did you see that?
Yeah, this is a cool guy.
They were like
He's a cool
cigarette caterpillars. It's crazy.
I think another interesting thing to notice is like our players do have ammo.
Oh, they
They're
do?
running out of lives quick enough for the ammo to not really be a problem.
Also, they have grenades.
Oh, have either our player used grenades yet?
I think so. It's you start with 5, I think. I don't know if I like this music.
I was just about to say, this music is kind of like...
It's like not bad on its own, but is it video game music?
It's very pause music-esque. Like, I wouldn't think you'd be playing the game.
Yeah, or like the level select or something. The King. The Flying King, never mind. Oh, it's that guy from the Marvel movie.
Thor?
Yes, no. the guy in the chair. I mean, the guy in the Marvel movie has like a really big face. That's what I remember.
Oh, God. It's not Thanos.
What?
I'll-
What? What is MODOK?
Sorry,
Jakazam clears
I-
it first try.
Yeah, the king didn't seem to have as much HP. Oh, Thor is using. Oh,
Oh my
that's
god.
the strategy. The grenades cutting through his HP like nothing.
Are these like super grenades that we have in the bottom left, or what was that about?
I don't know, but like great strategy on Thor's, side. You know, making up a lot of time. Jakazam still with a little bit of a lead, but very much cut down by the grenade kill.
Oh, grenades are bottom left, and so on the right that's like a magazine, I guess?
Yeah,
Look like one, but sure.
it's like an ammo clip, really.
I mean, kind of? I thought it was grenade. But we also saw Jakazam use one grenade at the end of the boss, I think. So it's not like this is an unknown. Oh, Jakazam has to be careful here.
So both players do know how to use the grenades, which is a good sign.
Maybe it's time for an intentional death. What's the key to stop the train?
Oh, Thor actually taking the lead.
Jakazam needs to shut the train. Yeah, ThorOfKenya is like 10 seconds ahead now. Who's that in the background?
That's just a child.
Just like a developer's kid.
It's just some temporary...
Danger virus! Oh my god, look at this danger virus! It's grenade time! Where is it?
Only has 2. Oh, that's gonna be almost mashing through the game over credit scene. That would have been bad.
Would have been really bad. Why are they not using the grenades?
I don't know.
Did this virus hack our grenades? Oh, look at Jack!
What is this? Oh,
We're playing
almost
Shovel
gonna
Knight
be-
now. Oh, grenade time! Yeah, well, why wasn't it? Can you only
What a-
use it when he's red? But no, that's he used it earlier. Of Kenya.
I'm not sure. Maybe just thinking to save them, but like...
I will
just-
check the pace bin.
But that, lead back into Jakazam's favor. I think this game is just going to come down to who can actually get the boss kill first.
Pace bin just says the start button activates a special screen clearing item. The bomb. This level is like AI generated. This game was way ahead of its time. When you ask ChatGPT to generate you a wooden clock.
And it gives you just all these, like, spikes with mushroom houses in the background. It's like, yeah, this is what you wanted. This tree has 6 fingers.
Do you get your grenades back when you die?
I think you do. I don't think you do with lives, but like if you full game over, there's the checkpoint. I think Jakazam should just take
Check.
the death
It's
here.
time to take the intentional death. 100%. Yeah, that's like 10 seconds wasted. And we're caught up.
Oh, but doesn't actually get... Okay, so you do not get your grenades back.
What do you mean she has 2? Isn't that the
Well,
number you have?
Well, she had... You said they started with 5.
Well, that's when I thought that the number on the right was the grenades.
I think at one point I thought they had more than just 2.
The alien.
Fighting the alien.
Grenades! Right? Yeah, there we go. And then once it comes back, more grenades. Oh, maybe not now. Wait for it to come back. You wanna maximize the time it's on screen. It's okay with just using 1. The paste bin does say like limited. See bird statue in lower left if you have any. But how do you get them?
I have seen some grenade pickups throughout some of the levels. So I think they're just trying to be pretty conservative with some of these grenade shots. They're very, very powerful.
That's interesting.
As
So
we've seen.
there's like a strategic element to it. Jakazam has 1 grenade less, but is a little bit ahead now.
Yeah, Thor deciding not to use a grenade there.
Yeah, maybe for the final boss. Dragon's Tower. This is where we are.
Okay, getting to the checkpoint.
Help me!
What is
The
this?
robot,
The robot.
Marco. Now we have a friend.
Going up. Jackson very low on HP right now.
Being very careful. The
Gets
checkpoint.
the checkpoint.
And maybe intentionally dies, maybe not so much. ThorOfKenya dies on the checkpoint before. There's now 1 checkpoint further behind.
One checkpoint behind, 1 grenade up. You know, Jakazam has been very thorough checking these boxes, hoping to maybe see another grenade.
Oh my god. Flower does a lot of damage when it catches you.
We got... Oh man. These spider guys. Back to this checkpoint.
Checkpoint spawns you next to these pang bubbles that just immediately wreck you. Oh, Jakazam getting caught in the webs. But so is ThorOfKenya. We're caught up. ThorOfKenya
Thor-
fell back down.
Yeah, getting spidered is gonna try to like... Jakazam did take her time to go through that section, and it looks like Thor is doing the same thing.
And that's a lot of enemies. I would intentionally die again. I would be so aggressive at this point. Like basically every checkpoint I would just reset. Oh. Finding some items there.
There's another checkpoint. Thor still trying to get through this spider web. Finally through. Is going to get to the next checkpoint here. Gets another grenade. I think Jakazam actually skipped that box.
Yeah, Jakazam was being kind of diligently, but not all of them. Just missed the exact wrong one.
Oh, but Thor taking a fall. Oh, and getting hit again, but does get to respawn a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Well, how tall is this Dragon's Tower anyway?
That's pretty tall.
Is this the end?
3 grenades is really big.
Yeah, that's like potentially like 20-30 seconds time save over 1 grenade. Jack is really nuts. Oh, what? That's it? Where's the boss?
There's no boss.
Oh, the dragon.
Okay, taking a death there.
Oh, okay, these look like dragons, I guess. Not really, but kind of. Alright. Making good use of that safe spot over there.
Alright, Thor is almost to the top of this tower. I think just has this checkpoint and then getting through here, and that will be it.
Alright, the green dragon.
But we are on to a boss.
Nighttime? Or do we do like a test run? We can beat this boss.
I feel like we do the test run. 'Cause it's a...
I mean, this guy isn't that dangerous. I will you don't maybe even have to grenade him. I feel like you can get him good enough.
But it is a lot of time, because it is... The dragon does fly in the background, which is time wasted.
Yeah.
Jakazam is going to get it on this cycle, it looks like. So that is going to be a clear. Thor is just entering this dragon fight now. We're going to see how quick he does this.
Oh, the grenade would be good at this section, I think, because it's an AoE.
I think he might be saving them.
Toys.
Or the actual dragon.
$100. And ta-da! Are we just chilling here? Are we gonna go to the right? That's where the entrada is.
I think we're feeding this...
Oh, there's a timer. Is it a bonus game?
It might be.
Ah, we didn't get $100 Renos. Oh, wait. Oh! We got $100 Renos! Which may be good or bad in terms of going fast. Wait, no, it's a challenge. It's a level.
Oh, that is a level. Moving on.
Jakazam ended on exactly 100.
And Thor has decided to not use any of the grenades for
Ooh.
that fight.
I think it will be obvious who the final boss is because we have this levels screen. I guess we don't have it right now.
Yeah, because we have to do the $100 Renos.
Oh, collect 100 for extra life. What it says. So maybe it's not necessary.
Alright, Jakazam, that did look like an intentional death there for Jakazam.
We have a time now? Is that new?
I think maybe.
I
I don't remember seeing that timer before.
I was looking on the dragon level because I figured, oh, it's an arcade game, it's gonna make you go fast, but... I think this is new. Let's see if ThorOfKenya... Okay, also exactly, Yaman. I call this is rigged.
It might be, but, you know, it's the same time for both of them, so no real time loss or gain for either of them.
Oh yeah, Jack found the bump. See if ThorOfKenya can find this bump. It was like at the... when you go down, I think?
The Ogre Khan.
What are these companions we're finding? Love it. We have
I wish you could play as some of these companions, because I feel like that would be kind of fun to play as the guy who just throws axes.
Oh, he's gone.
Your time was short, but you will always be in our hearts, Ogre Khan.
ThorOfKenya has 4 bumps now.
I mean, it just means that if Thor gets to a boss, like, Thor will be able to melt a boss's HP pretty well. Oh, that's a long way back.
Right before the checkpoint. Do you think Akinator knows who Ogre Khan is?
I mean, he didn't know who YOLO Macho was.
Yeah.
So I have my doubts that he'll know who Ogre Khan is. Is that going to be a full screen? That's... Oh, that's even worse. There was a full screen wipe right before the checkpoint.
Oh, ThorOfKenya has another bump. 5 now. But Jakazam has the lead. You know, 1 bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush.
Yeah, and 5 grenades.
Whoa.
means nothing if you don't use them.
Yeah.
Thor is holding on to these like they're potions in a
Oh
Fire
my
Emblem
God.
game. Someone in chat asking like, how have they not resorted to bomb farming with continues? Well, you do not actually get more bombs if you continue.
I think asking like the bomb, die, back to the checkpoint, get the bomb, just repeat.
Oh,
I don't know if that.
I see.
I don't know if you can.
I don't think it works like that. I think they're one-time use, like
Pickups.
ammo chests. But seeing as our players haven't tried it, oh, we've got like
Wildland. Alright, who are we fighting?
probably a big egg.
The Crypt.
Oh, it's Scrubby. This guy looks Final Boss-esque.
We used one. Oh, like our gun powered down. That's bad. Oh, using both of our grenades. So this has to be a clear. If Jakazam dies here, that's a huge time loss. Gonna flame the floor again, I think.
Oh my gosh, and that's 5 grenades. Thor might take this.
The Crypt
But
is
that's
cleared.
the crypt. Is
Oh,
that the
Thor
final boss?
spamming. Thor spamming.
If that's the end, that's the end.
That is the end.
So what a close finish between the two of them. Honestly, if Thor used 2 of those grenades on the dragon fight,
Happy end.
Thor may have taken this from Jakazam.
I was just surprised it was the final boss. I guess the paceman told them. Yeah, when the crypt cleared appears. So it does tell you. If I had known that, I would have
Wow.
been more hype.
I figured that was the final boss. He had that final boss feel.
You think?
I was expecting a second phase. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like he was going to do a second phase. If he had a second phase, Thor would have taken this victory. But, wow. What a race.
I was so close. Produced by Zeus. The god.
And we are joined by our players. What an incredibly close match that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe how really close I was. I was at points I thought I was kind of getting behind. I wasn't getting the checkpoints as fast as I probably should have. But I think what really kept it out was I saved all those screen clears for the bosses because they just wrecked face.
Yeah, I think you had 2 left, Thor. If you use those 2 on that dragon boss, I think you may have had enough time to actually take the victory here.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't use those is just because I don't know, how some of these games, the super bosses at the end, they take a ton of hits. So I was like, okay, let me save a little extra just so I can push, a little extra at the boss. But it looks like all of them just died within 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah, and I don't fault you for that. It was a wonderful strategy. It just unfortunately didn't play off this time. Jakazam, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really glad. I realized after using the screen clears on the final boss that I was like, wait, this is first attempt at the final boss. I don't know what's coming. Normally I would wait and hold those, use a life, and then see how the boss goes. So I'm glad that I forgot to do that because I would have lost.
Yeah, pretty much like as you were doing your last like 2 or 3 like bullet shots on the boss, Thor was entering that fight. and the boss just melted with those grenades that he had saved up. Anyway, Jakazam, what did you think of the game?
It was pretty fun. I was getting bullied by the knockback at that one section, but
Yeah, the train really like I don't know, was it wind? Was it just the enemy knockback?
nothing like the train was fine. I think it was towards the end there. There were a couple of platforms, and I got hit by like a spike ball jumping over from the towards the right side, and then just like 3 or 4 times in a row, got hit by an enemy, and I just got launched across the screen right into a pit. It was a fun game though. It was fun. It was fun.
Yep.
It controlled well.
Yeah, there's definitely points where it was the the quarter buncher parts where you knew that this place was going to be like a slightly difficult platforming, especially the parts with the spiders, with like the small platforms, hard to get a good angle on it. It's like that part really gave me some trouble trying to get the right angles, trying to jump right, because if you don't do it the right angle, you can't hit the webs. The web's going to hit you, drain your life, and then throw you down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, Jakazam, I think I know you've raced a few arcade platformer games like this before. Thor, do you have like prior experience to racing games like this?
Very little. I know it's kind of your standard like Metal Slug, those kind of games. As far as running these, not necessarily. I just know these are run and guns, so you just gun and run. But if you can't run, so you just kind of hop and run. Hop and shoot and run.
You jump and hopefully you bounce off of enemies and get by them. I know there's a couple instances where both of you were trying to just like run past required fights and then realizing, oh, I gotta fight these things.
Well, there was one that I almost thought I did, was the one with the flipping door where it had the red face and the green face. I got past it and then started blowing the wind and it just got me stuck there. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to kill this enemy to continue.
Yeah, so I mean, but both of you definitely knew how to play this game. It just came down to, honestly, grenade luck. Like, our grenade usage luck.
I'll take it.
Yes, you deserved it. It was a tight race. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I saw you finish like 5 seconds after I did. I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I won here or not. Is this because that's like in the realm of retime there? So
it definitely was definitive, just very close.
I'm glad we had a close race. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's always a good sign where you get same game, you can roll through. It looks like some other people are starting to roll in now, but yes, it was a very good match. I do appreciate it.
All right, so Thor, though you did lose, you are not out of it. You are just knocked down to the Lizards bracket. I'm not quite sure who your opponents are yet, but Jakazam, I do know who your potential opponents are.
Yeah.
You are either playing one of the greatest players of all time or last tournament's champion.
I'm glad I lost.
Yeah, so you are fighting either Ferris V5 or myself.
Well, good luck.
That's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah, good luck against Ferris V5.
Yeah, good luck.
I've seen this now many, many times.
But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Either of you have any final words?
Practice the ABCs. Always be shooting.
Always be shooting. Jakazam?
I got nothing. I'm just in arcade shoot stuff mode right now. My brain doesn't have anything clever.
And you're probably out of grenades. All right, with that, thank you both so much. We'll let you go.
Thanks for having us and good racing, Thor.
Yes, thank you.